Alright everyone, it's the Grim Lord here, and this is a special Halloween surprise. I am going to attempt to do all of Vampirella Throne of Skulls. I don't know how long it will take, but we're gonna give it a go. Alright, here we go. Let's get started. Okay. 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, that's a lot of issues, guys. I'm gonna try. 12 to 20. Man, this is gonna be a long night. Alright, let's see. So this is 2012, which means we're still go as far as doing more Vampirella from Dynamite. So we might be able to do these, but again, I don't want to distract too much from the Warren run. Some of you guys are still following that, and you might be a little bit put off when this follows up on the playlist, and you're like, Grim, what the hell? I was listening to the Warren run, and now I'm listening to the Dynamite run because you just decided to shove that in. So keep in mind, guys, I do have a playlist for these videos, and I don't want to get people all mixed up by mixing the Warren and the Dynamite together. Alright, let's get started. Homecoming, Winter's Chill. The world... Shrimatavio, control to Aerofloat, 91991. Come in. AE 991, respond, please. No response as I hit the outer marker beacon. Translated from Russian. 991, you are not cleared for approach. I'm telling you, Yavagini, something's wrong. Probably Chechens. Damn it, 991, you are not cleared. Roll emergency cruise, runway 7. Go, go, go. Possible terrorist threat, runway 7. Respond, 991. Chechens, maybe? Who goddamn knows? Be advised, military security team en route. Anyone have any idea what the hell is going on? Sheremetyevo International Airport, Moscow, Russia, 2015 local time. Move it, move it, move it! Keep the rescue crews back until we secure the plane. Got any movement? Come to command. Clear at entry point. Moving in. Thermal read is negative. Something on the windows. Can't see. Team 1, this is Colonel Vankin. Advise status. I say again, what is your status 1? Triage here. Keep this area clear. Merciful Christ in heaven. Colonel, this is definitely not a terrorist incident. What about the passengers? Unknown, Colonel. What do you mean unknown? Where are they, Sergeant? Nowhere, sir. Eyes open for tripwires. Maybe rigged. And everywhere. Manifest says 89 passengers. Dude, this is General Director Vasilenko. Herashold. We have a situation here. Get those body bags ready. One requiring serious attention. 4 hours later. For the record, I hate it when your phone rings. Last time I ended up possessed by a demon. Before that, chased by bird monster Yakuza from hell bikers. You said you like to travel. Russia in the dead of winter isn't exactly my idea of a good time. Petit kachak. Nor mine. Yes, sir, the special investigator has arrived. I am aware of my duties, sir. I am General Director Vasilenko, and the safety of this facility is my responsibility. Snap. That was my president with a reassuring message that if this incident is not resolved immediately, my bullocks are forfeit. So, let us get to work. They're terrified, little men accustomed to wielding authority, now forced to confront real and terrible power. No radio calls from the plane, but it landed just fine. Vankin's men secured the site immediately. Jesus, it's freezing. Aren't you cold? No one has debarked, which is, of course, impossible. Constantly. Whatever happened here scared him enough to call his superiors, who in turn made calls of their own. Let's go. Until word reached my benefactors. Then another call is made. You might want to stay here, Sophia. Calls that send us into someone's nightmare. This is going to be a bad one. Forget it. I'm half frozen, V. Wait for me. Me. Jesus. All that blood. V. Where? Where are the bodies? Good question. The air is perfume and the scent of copper, making me giddy, almost lightheaded. Go, check the cockpit. But underneath, I smell rotting meat. The Russians were worried about terrorists, Chechen rebels, or religious extremists. But whatever did this, Dark Mother, redefines extreme. V! You better get up here. See you soon, Vampirella. You were right, I should have stayed outside. Shold! It's me. And? We need to talk, Herr Shold. I'll send a car. Well, what is it? What did you find? A massacre. What killed them? Who did this? I don't know yet. You don't know? An entire passenger airliner and crew dead, killed by what? A ghost? You people are supposed to be experts. Specialists. Pah! I could pull something more special out of the end of my dick. Comrade Vasilenko, perhaps you'd prefer to solve this problem without our help. No? Then step aside. And let me get back to work. So, what do we do now? You hose out the plane, I suppose. I call the president and say goodbye to my bullocks. Hotel Bolshung Kempensky, Moscow. 10:30 local time. Wow. This is very not bad. These benefactors of yours don't skimp, do they? No, not usually. Welcome, may I be of assistance? You should have a room for my associate and me. Under what name, please? Normandy. Miss Normandy. You get a code name? I want a code name. Oh, of course, madam. We have you booked in the Kremlin suite. And you'll be pleased to learn that Mr. Normandy has already checked in already. Mr. Normandy? Who the hell is that? Wait here. Mr. Normandy and I will probably need some alone time. I'm supposed to be a hunter. But ever since we set foot in Russia, I felt like I'm one step behind. The killer's message to me. And now someone waiting for me in the hotel aware of an alias I haven't used in years. Still, it would be rude not to say hello. Mr. Normandy, I presume. Miss Normandy, or is that Miss Normandy? I lose track of what's politically correct these days. Herr Shold. Ja Shold, your overworked handler. I trust you had a pleasant journey. I don't find mass murder particularly pleasant, no. I expect not. I brought you some new toys. Fortunate that you and your lovely assistant, Sophia, is it? Had not yet left for Germany when Director Vasilenko contacted me. I envy you. It's been too long since I visited my homeland. But you know me. Work, work, work. I see you've been busy. Ah, idle hands are the devil's workshop, my dear girl. So, the airport? Whatever hit the airplane wasn't human, and I knew it was coming. It left me a message. See you soon, Vampirella. Oh, I see. Then you should see Grigory. If it goes bump in the night and it's in Russia, Grigory knows about it. You'll find him here. I'll arrange your transport within the hour. This Grigory is another one of your investigators? Strictly speaking, no, but we have an understanding. Not terribly different than our arrangement, Miss Normandy. Do give my regards to Sophia. I'll show myself out. Whoop, 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 whoop. Outskirts of Verskaya, Oblast, Russia. 167 kilometers northwest of Moscow. 3:30 local time. Or 0330. I think it's 0330. Gah. Hey, can you ask your secret evil overlords, whoever they are, to send us someplace warm next time? They have monsters in Fiji, right? I'm sure they do, Sophia. In my experience, they have monsters everywhere. This is the place. Charming. This Grigory guy has a real eye for real estate. We're here. Where is he? There's nothing out here but snow and... Ah, Jesus! My, what big eyes you have. Welcome, my friends, welcome. You must be Miss Normandy, is it? I would have thought you had a different name. You seem quite familiar. No matter, no matter. You mustn't pay the beasts any mind. They look ferocious, but for the most part they're gentle as lambs. For the most part. Ah! Our mutual friend, Herr Schold, sends his respects. Good old Schold, he sends you to me because of the unfortunate business on the plane in Moscow, yes? Yes, Grigory knows all about it. Grigory means vigilant in Russian. Did you know that? But first you must introduce me to your delightful little friend. Sophia, yes. Hello, little Sophia. Grigory likes new friends. Ha ha, smack. Hi. Perhaps in all your vigilance you learned what attacked the plane. Well, you know how it is. One hears much if one listens. Still, information like this, not easy to come by. If you know Schold, you know payment isn't an issue. Oh, no, that's true. Schold is very concerned with paying his debts, yes. And if you know Grigory, you know he always has answers, names, locations, just like this one. A blood cult. Much more active in Russia, yes, especially since something major happened a few months ago in Seattle. If you know Schold, you know payment isn't an issue. Give me the name. Oh, no. First, we talk about Grigory's payment. You see, Grigory thinks maybe Miss Normandy is more valuable to people dead, you'll see. Maybe Miss Normandy is a lot harder to kill than you think. Maybe so, maybe not. But Grigory did not claw his way out of hell just to let the likes of you send him back. Schold thinks I'm a fool, yes? Sending one hellborn to kill another? I think not, Vampirella. No, I think not. Homecoming, Strange Bedfellows. Issue 13. Outskirts of Verskaya, Oblast, Russia, 167 kilometers northwest of Moscow, 0345 local time. Tell them to back off, Grigory. Do it now. We came to you in good, try that again, guys, wrong voice. We came to you in good faith, Grigory. Schold sent us, and you know who and what he represents. I'm a demon, Vampirella. What possible use is good faith to me? Schold may have money and resources, but he uses them to kill my kind with you as his weapon. Humph. No. Not for you to be giving orders, making demands, little hell child. Unless you want to see your plucky little pet torn in half, yes? Get off me, you sons of Events just might be spinning a little out of control. His deadliest weapon, Grigory. If I were here for you, you'd be back in the pit already. Of course, you could let her go. And if you do, well, I'd owe you a favor, wouldn't I? Yes, I suppose you would. Very well, boys, release her! Jerks. Next time I'm gonna neuter you. Enough foreplay. You know why we're here. A killer has just arrived in Russia. What of it? This country breeds serial killers like weeds. Not like this one. And what makes this one so special? See you soon, Vampirella scrawled in the blood of his victims. Come, boys. I've heard of this one. He's special. Your new friend. Sloop. Killed the passengers and pilots of a Moscow-bound flight, left them stuffed in the carry-on bins, landed the plane and got away, and no one saw him come or go. No one except Grigory, naturally. Enough, hellspawn. My patience isn't limitless. Nor is mine. Rest assured, when I demand repayment of the debt you owe me for this, you'll regret ever laying hands on me. It's a new chapter of an old story, Vampirella. No human killer could have done what yours did. Not without assistance. His name was Viro, a Catholic bishop from Pozzoles in 1538, the year of our Lord. An expert occultist was our good bishop, the author of an early grimoire, De Fascino di Libre Tres, one of the first humans to truly understand the lore of hell, the fascination, as he called it, of evil. But not the lust. One of Viro's priests, Domenico Giacomini, envied his bishop's talents and the attention his work received from Rome. So he did the logical thing. He stole it. But he did more than that. He improved upon it, constructing apocrypha beyond Viro's narrow works. Where Viro defined the power of hell's fascination, Giacomini was determined to use that power for his own ends. Gathering like-minded clergy, he formed Il Consiglio dei Vermi, the Council of Worms, and they summoned a demon. The council survived in secret for nearly 100 years, the Apocrypha passing from priest to priest, until Pope Clement X learned of, until Pope Clement X learned of the cabal of blasphemers within his ranks and took dramatic action. They were called Cestus Dei, the Feast of God, and they answered only to the Pontiff, and in the hills above Pozzoles they tracked down the Council of Worms and killed them. All save one, who managed to skulk off into the night, never to be seen again, and Giacomini's works were believed to be destroyed by Cestus Dei. Yeah, this is why I don't watch the History Channel. What does any of this have to do with the bastard who butchered the people on the plane? Gah! Your killer archived his bloody masterpiece with the aid of knowledge from Giacomini's Apocrypha! And then she says, Gah! The Apocrypha wasn't destroyed, was it? Of course not! Cestus Dei put much of it to the torch, but fragments remain scattered around the globe, and your boy has studied at least some of those remains. A remorseless killer who can traffic with demons, looking for the remaining passages of the Apocrypha. Oh, it warms the heart, but leave it to Gregory. I might just know where the nearest fragment is. And I'm sure you're dying for me to tell you, yes? Excuse me, try that one again. And I'm sure you're dying for me to tell you, yes? Turkey-Armenia border. Region approximately 45 kilometers southeast of Kars, Turkey. 8,000 feet, descending 0540 local time. It's a dead place, abandoned for centuries. A perfect hiding place for the remains of the Apocrypha. No good can come of this. So you've said several times. It's worth repeating. Maybe you should have stayed in Moscow, Shold. You usually leave the bloody work to others. Perhaps. So why didn't you stay behind? A good question, child. I dislike field work tremendously. But neither of you read medieval Italian nor speak any of the... but neither of you read medieval Italian nor speak any of the local languages, and I have a feeling that I needed to come. So here I am. Gulp. So what's her story, Padre? She won't tell me anything. What is she? Another excellent question. The hard truth is that she doesn't know who she is or where she really came from. Can you imagine? It would drive most people utterly insane. She remembers two completely distinct pasts, and not even she knows which is real. And these are the ones we covered in the Warren books. In one memory, she's a creature from another world, lost among us frail humans. And another, she was created by a supernatural figure to battle evil, an avatar of redemption. Both memories feel completely real to her, you see. Monster or savior. Something more than that, or less. So she fights, always on the move, always on the hunt, because to stop, to confront herself, if only for a moment, would paralyze her. And she would be lost forever. Jesus! She thinks she is a monster, you see, and perhaps she is. But in spite of it all, she's a good person, child, and she's lucky to have you as a friend. Now I sense we're almost to our destination. This might be a good time for a quick prayer. What is this place? It's called Annie. Once it rivaled Constantinople or Cairo. Now, it's seen better days then. Haven't we all? Stay close to her, child. Watch her. I feel that she will need you. She always does, Padre. It's a fascinating place, wouldn't you say? I'll take your word for it, Herr Schold. Looks like a dump to me. It's cold as hell. The place was sacked by the Seljuks around 1064. The population massacred, then sold to Muslim Kurds, fought over and retaken over the next 100 years, and sacked again by the Mongols in 1236. By the 17th century it had been completely abandoned. 1001 abandoned churches built upon legions of the dead. True, and it looks like we'll be here a while yet, but the good Lord helps those who help themselves. So help yourselves, gentlemen, and the devil take the hindmost. Creepy. It's so empty, like a tomb. Gregory's information says the Apocrypha is in something called the Red Church. Right, just south of that one, St. Gregory of the Abu Gamir. Better get moving. I think it's the Abu Gamir, not the Abu Gamir, the Abu Gamir. No, huh? It's too quiet here. Too still. Stay here while I scout ahead. I'll be back for you soon. You can't be serious. Stay here. 0600 local time. Cold, bored and cold and bored and 0645 local time. Sophia. Huh? V? Stay, Sophia. Stay here. Don't belong out there. Close your eyes. Rest. Okay, creepy voices from nowhere. Never a good sign. Say, Sophia. Ah! Stay with us. Never leave us. Ah! Stay forever. Belong with us in the cold dirt. Let me go. Let me go. Forever. 0650 local time. Huff. I warned them. I told them no good would come of this. 0710 local time. You can feel the history in this place. Ages settled like a lead weight on every speck of dust, every crumbling bit of masonry. It wears the screams of the dying in its very bones. But aside from the burden of its troubled past, there's just nothing here. No birds, no stray animals. Even the worms have abandoned this place. It's just empty. Let your lies end, Vampirella. Cursed be your name. Hold on. The voice is neither Sophia nor Schold. Excuse me. The voice is neither Sophia nor Schold. There's no scent of blood or skin. Just dry dust and old stone. You adorn yourself in the gaudy ornaments of the humans. But it is a lie. And there will be no lies between us, Hellchild. My sudden transformation may be an illusion, but it feels completely real. In my heart, I know it's real. It's practically humming with the powerful magic behind it. Yes, Vampirella, come closer. The texture of the cloth, the sour, coppery tang of old blood dried into its fibers. It's no fake. It's something I thought I'd set aside long ago. As you wish, Ghost. This is not what I chose. This is not who I am. And if this change is to be forced upon me, it will not be without a hell of a fight. Greetings, old child of blood and brimstone. Welcome to my home. And just what are you supposed to be? Merely a humble spirit, perdition's child. But my brass claws have torn the flesh from the bones of the guilty. My iron teeth have ripped the hearts from the unrepentant. But the guilt you carry, thou drinker of blood, thou murderer of kin, shall be a most worthy feast indeed. Homecoming, The Unquiet Dead, Issue 14. This place is called Ani, situated right on the border between Turkey and Armenia, once a teeming city to rival Constantinople, now abandoned following centuries of conquest and genocide. Nothing left behind but 1,001 ruined churches. Whatever it is you want to tell me, you should spit it out. And the unquiet dead. Ruins of the Red Church, city of Ani. 0710 local time. I've got things to do. Ah, more of your kin must fall, yes? By fang and claw, now. No more blades, no more bullets. Oh, Basti knows. You reek of the blood of your victims. I came here in pursuit of a serial killer, one possessing fragments of the Geokomimi Apocrypha, a long-lost mystical tome and a guidebook for trafficking with demons. The last fragment is here somewhere in the city of ghosts, and if our faceless killer finds it, he could very well become Hell's own saint of murder. And that I simply will not allow. You stink of guilt. Run from it all you like, lost child. You can never escape it. She can't hurt me. She's nothing but a ghost, a shade. A lost child denying who and what you are. But all Basti knows. Here in the dust and bones of this dead place, all Basti sees. But all Basti is more than most, more than a mere spirit. With a whisper, my weapons were simply gone. My appearance altered back to something I desperately wanted to put behind me. Seize your fate. Seize your fear. Seize your doom. And there's just something about her. Look closer, Vampirella. What do you see? Something familiar. A presence I've felt before. Well, like the costume, a current pulling me inexorably back to my past. Nothing to say? Lead weight dragging me down into an ocean of conflicting memories. No taunts or false bravado? Surely you can do better. To greet your beloved mother! Her sulfur and brimstone scent perfumes the dusty air. Her smile gleaming like blood on steel, like razors on flesh. Her voice a choir of the shrieking damned, the matriarch of Hell's vile legions, Lilith. Elsewhere. God, Sophia. What the hell are you doing here? Come on, where is it? Okay, look. I'm gonna turn this flashlight on, and when I do, it would be awesome if the army of dead guys that pulled me down here aren't standing around being creepy. Click! Humph. Thanks for nothing, guys. Sophia, you could stay. Better here. Bad things coming. Stay here with the dead things. Got it. You can give it a rest now. You. If you're not gonna kill me, how about you quit acting like extras in a Hammer film and just point the way out of here? Thank you. Vampires, werewolves, the odd demon, or tentacular horror from beyond space and time. Like a bunch of skeletons or even close to that. Expect me to be afraid of the dark next. You disappoint me, child. You once had so much promise. A child of hellfire, of damn blood, of stark beauty. Now look at you. Where is that lovely child of old gone? You were meant to be my redemption, my exit from the pit. But you've left nothing but failure in your wake. Your human allies, dead or damned, insanity and death are drawn to you like a magnet. And the evil I created you to stamp out, it flourishes now like never before. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Her words drip in my ear, soft and cloying. That's my girl. Poison honey dripping on blood-stained velvet. I could never have come this far without you. And part of me stirs, uncoiling like a restless serpent, admitting there's truth to the witch's words. Ah, where are my allies? Where are the humans I have sacrificed so much to protect? Found you! Sophia stayed behind at my urging, but what of Schold, my liaison with the Vatican's covert action unit, Cestus Day? At last! who has sent me out into the teeth of the dragon countless times. Where is he now? I'm alone, paralyzed, and your pathetic attempt to love a human? Laughable were it not such a tragic waste. Lords of Darkness, have I not given enough? Chink! So, little girl, it's time to ring down the curtain. I willingly stand against the rising tide of evil and madness. I have sacrificed hope and love and all sense of self. Your time is done. Back to nothingness for you, soulless thing. And may the bottomless screaming void hide your shame and failure from my sight. Not even sure if my memories of a hellish world that may not even be real, and of this creature who claims to be my mother, are my own. A hollow vessel bearing the burden of others' sins. Just stop fighting and you will know oblivion. No more struggle. No more failure. A cease to pointless battle, child. Isn't that what you desire? Yes. Gods and devils help me, I do want that. Just the cool, welcoming peace of the grave. But if I've learned anything, I have blinded the unborn of the unpunished. I have crushed the life from the offspring of the damned, all to feed on their well-earned guilt. It's that darkness holds only lies. All a lie, all an illusion. A vision conjured up by an unclean spirit, prying my secret fears from the depths of my soul. But you, old child of hell, you are the finest delicacy I have encountered throughout the long centuries. Finding the chink in my armor and effortlessly sliding the blade home, bleeding me, weakening me. There's something else I've learned. It doesn't matter if the enemy is stronger, faster, meaner. The one who wins the battle, Creek, is the one who refuses to quit. No! More skeletons. Isn't my perfume? Sophia, stay. Please stay with us. It's something about me, isn't it? You're not doing the whole friendly ghost thing for everybody, right? Something about Sophia. What is it? Sensed you before. Before when? To touch the other world. Yagath Vermelis. Felt you again, not long ago. Closer, the wolf at the door. Door was left open, Sophia. Vampirella, Crown of Worms. Vampirella, number 11. Wait, what? What do you mean the door was left open? And Jesus, nothing about that sounds good. He's not. Very bad. Ah, clutch. Swish. Whoop. No, not good. Very bad. Where's the damn flashlight? Oh, you should run. Good idea. I have no idea what your deal is, you creepy son of a bitch. But I bet you're the guy we've been looking for. Crack, 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 crack. Spang, 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 spang. God damn it. Click. Creak. Ba-woom. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Plink, plink, plink. Spooky knife guy turning invisible. Definitely the guy who killed the passengers on the plane. Ka-chack. See you soon, you motherfucker. Whoa. Well, hello there. Inviso guy's looking for something, and here's a locked box. What to do? Crack! Spang! You don't look like much, but I'm pretty sure V will be happy to see you. Once we get the band back together. Are you all well, my dear? Excuse me, we're going to try that one again? Are you well, my dear? You seem to be having difficulty. I'm fine, despite all your help, Shold. Yes, Vil, fighting the monsters is more your area of expertise. I'm in the moral support department. We should double back and find Sophia. You saw her on your way in? Indeed, this way. When I left her, she was perfectly fine. I expect we'll find her without great difficulty. Just have faith, dear girl. Have faith. Homecoming, All Monsters Together, issue 15. Crypts beneath Annie-Armenia-Turkey border, 0730 local time. This place is a ghost. Centuries of genocide and atrocity have left behind little more than still dust and old bone. I imagine he feels right at home here, alone in the dark with the dead things. The gibbering voices in his head that spur him on, and his knife. A monster drunk on blood and damnation. You might consider a coat, my dear. We're not exactly in the tropics. It appears to have been misplaced, Herr Schold. She does her best to hide it, but she's seething with anger. I've been a priest for most of my adult life, but I can't help it. Her skin is pale as moonlight, her eyes blazing with emerald fire, and her lips, well, best not to mention what they make me think of. Ahem, your weapons, your clothes. Gone, that spirit, Albasti, made them vanish. We're gonna try that one again? Gone. That spirit, Albasti, made them vanish. Left me like this. Wait here. The devil alone knows what else is lurking in these ruins. She's beautiful. I'm going to find Sophia. I have many regrets and a host of sins to atone for, and some stains upon my soul that I will never, ever be able to clean. I will never, ever be able to wipe clean. Yes, you will, very soon. Betraying her is the least of them. There's a madman on the loose, a murderer, a trafficker with demons, and he's on the hunt for a lost fragment of an ancient text that he believes provides the key to unlimited power, a way to beat the devil at his own game. That's what Vampirella knows. That's all she knows. May God forgive me, because she certainly won't. I never told her the truth. I wish I had, but there's simply too much at stake for that. You guys wouldn't shut up when you dragged me down here. Oh, we're a bunch of scary spirits. Never told her the murderer she seeks is more than 200 years old. Try that again. Never told her the murderer she seeks is more than 200 years old. But when I need to find a way out of here, you guys clam up? Go suck. His life extended by the enchantments locked within the viral apocrypha. No time, you're almost there, if you move quickly. His heart devoted only to recovering the pieces of that unholy text, long thought destroyed by the church. A bishop in a secret church devoted solely to murder and evil. Almost where? Where you're meant to be. I can't say I like the sound of a blood-hungry wolf loose among the sheep. Too late. Because to tell her would be to admit my part in the tragedy that is unfolding. No! Whack! A part I regret, to be sure. A necessary evil. Sneaky bastard. I must be like a surgeon treating a terrible disease. Have to do better than crack! That, you son of a wood! Certainly there's a moment of remorse, a pang at the necessity of amputating the ruined limb. No, please, wait! And then there is only the knife and the saw, and the bitter truth. Ah! This pain is necessary. This sacrifice, terrifying and tragic though it is required, or the body withers and dies. Ah! Sophia! Sophia! So I remind myself of my duty, of the oath I swore. I remind myself there are no heroes. Shroop! That Vampirella is a creature of the pit. No matter how lovely she is, you can't deny it. The cold feeling shivering through your gut. The tingling thrill of atavistic terror. Like the footfalls of the fly upon the cold, unseeing eye of a corpse. She is a beast. Her nobility is mere simulation. The rote actions of a soulless thing. Nothing more, I remind myself. I keep reminding myself, and I struggle to remember that what I do is an act of faith and devotion. What is to come is God's will. Come on, Sophia, I know you're near, and I am but his instrument. Air currents from beneath the altar. And by using Vampirella as a tool to serve these ends, is she not then a part of God's plan? Perhaps by placing her in service to the divine, she can be redeemed and know peace. Let's see what you're hiding. Rumble! All a lie, of course. I struggle with my faith, I always have. At the last, I can't find it in me to prolong the lie. I have gazed into the abyss so many times and only seen the devil looking back. I've not yet seen the grace of God. For every moment of compassion and kindness I've witnessed, for every selfless gesture, I've seen 100 acts of savage cruelty until my belief is a tattered, broken thing. So why keep doing it, Herr Schold? I know. Admit it. Say it. Fine, then I'll say it. No, you like it. Shut up. Shut up. You like the murder, the screaming, the blood. And oh, I miss the blood. Just like old times, eh, Schold? So stop fighting it. You want it. I want it. Ugh. Just relax and we can be on our way together. No, you'll get your chance soon enough. But only when everything has been made ready. I've found you the perfect home. Spoil sport. But have it your way, man of God. I've been patient a long time. I can wait a little longer. I wish I'd been a better chess player. Too many variables, too many possibilities. I never could quite wrap my head around the game. Strip. No. My father was a master of the game. He loved the dance of it all, like there was music only he could hear. When all the pieces were in motion, he said, the game takes on a life of its own. I saw you dance through a hail of bullets, so there's no way I blindsided you. I'm not an idiot. You're just toying with me. Well, I've got a toy of my own, ugly, so if you want the Apocrypha, we're gonna play by some new rules. Ching! That terrified me as a child. Investing one's intellect in plastic pieces and a wooden board somehow granted it a kind of life. It seemed unholy, but he was right. He was always right. And that was the least terrifying truth he imparted before he died. Shunk! Please. Not down here. Not like this. I don't want to die in the dark. So the pieces continued to dance. Their moves foretold before I even placed them on the board. Get away from her! I wonder if Father would be proud or sad. Oh God, V, it hurts! He always said I had no respect for our traditions. V, we've got to get out of here! That I was not worthy of the family name. V, he cursed me for a fool when I joined the priesthood. There's a great deal of blood on your hands, murderer. A plane load of innocence, the blood of my friend. Bad luck for you. I've got a fondness for blood. Oh, Father, if you could just see how much I have lived up to the family name. Enough! Your powers were borrowed or stolen. Whap! Bargained for with the filth of hell. Paid for with bits of your soul and flesh. But in the end, you're just a human. But Father is long past seeing, and I doubt you'll ever see this either, Vampirella. Ugh, because the end game is starting. You? Me? You've done well, child. Played your part beautifully. My part? What, fall in a deep hole, get jabbered at by ghosts, and let a serial killer stab me a lot? The Lord works in mysterious ways, Sophia. Where is it? There you are at last. The incantations, the bindings and wards, they're magnificent. Schold, I think we have a big problem. Die, monster! You try to fight it, but it's been far too long since you've indulged yourself. Hasn't it, Vampirella? V, no! We've got to stop her, Schold. I've never seen her like this. You've tried to battle your hunger, to suppress what you truly are. But your confrontation with Al-Basti left you angry and off balance. I have a confession to make. So it seems we're not so different after all. My name isn't really Schold. Schold is German for guilt. Did you know that? What the fuck? Both of us born from hell's knot of our own making. Hush! Whack! Gah! Willing to commit horrible acts for a greater good. I'm truly sorry, child, but you were too perfect to pass up. The exorcism in Germany was a field test and you passed with flying colors. Shlup! Christ almighty! All monsters together. Forgive me, Sophia. Oh, she's perfect, just perfect. A strong mind, but with plenty of trapdoors. Not her first time playing host, is it? So pleased you approve. Sarcasm ill becomes you, so just get on with it. I have a new life to begin, and I'm just dying to thank you in person. Homecoming, Dark Before Dawn, Issue 16. It's all gone wrong. First there was a rich coppery flood as my fangs pierced the oh-so-fragile artery. Then the dizzying rush of velveted sensation like a drug. It's been so long I've forgotten just how good this can feel. And then the visions, sharp-edged like broken glass, raked across my mind. Insistent and powerful, battering aside any resistance and paralyzing me. The glint of a needle, the tip heated until it glows, the hiss as it meets flesh. The screams of the dying slowly combining over years of murder into a single anguished howl. The unspeakable power wielded by a monster who long ago forgot how to be human. I can't move. I can't think. There's just the visions. Crypts beneath any Armenia-Turkey border, 0740 local time. And the knowledge that the fondest memories of the man I just killed might actually be murdering me. Nyah! Thus do I beseech thee, thou servants of fire, of fog, of night winds. With these offerings of flesh, of blood, and of words of power do I bid thee come and parley. Thus do I defy the word of he who calls himself God, and pledge my blood and pledge my blood to those who dwell in dark places. That would have screwed the ritual up if he had said, excuse me. That would have been it. They would have summoned, I don't know, an imp or something. Translated from Italian. God forgive me. Thus do I provide the entrance to this world and invite thee to step through that door. Blood for blood, flesh for flesh, a vessel for thee sculpted from human clay. I invoke the bindings of Viro and the secret names of the night beasts, and to command thee to come forward. Come forward! I can do this. I can fight past this, but my limbs refuse to cooperate, and the torrent of images from the dead man's blood is unrelenting. It's as if the bastard's memories are a bomb, detonating like landmines, casting off images of torture and death like shrapnel. Blip! Who the hell is this man? Blip, 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 bloop, blip. Ah! He's dead. I know he is. I can see it. I can smell it. Shrunk, shrunk. The sounds he's making are just his movements forcing air out of his lungs. Is this another of the powers granted to him by the Giacomini Apocrypha? Like the ones he used to kill a passenger airliner full of people? What is it that's keeping him moving? Vampirella! Alright, you ugly bastard, you've got my attention. Who are you? What do you want? What I want will be obvious soon enough. You won't like it. Why am I here? Well, a deal's a deal. But first things first. I find it's always best to do things properly, isn't it? Who am I? What's in a name? I was a child born to true believers, rulers in a council of like-minded individuals, until others, men who lacked their vision, declared them heretics. Only Mother Church tried to destroy my parents' teachings, but I had the presence of mind to escape, rescuing what I could, learning their secrets, learning the secret pathways between heaven and hell through ritual sacrifice, trafficking in powers that have kept me alive. So Cestus Day killed your family 600 years ago. So why murder the passengers on the plane? Why lure me here? Therein lies a tale, child of hell. Therein lies a tale. Shold, what's happening to me? Hurts. Can't move. Why can't I move? It's a long story, my dear. I'm afraid it doesn't have a happy ending. But I suppose it's only proper that you hear it. It's the least I can do. Like most tragedies, it involves family. My family and our shame. The third battle of Ypres. 31st July 1917. After a British counter-offensive near Ypres, that all changed. There was no glory in it, just random death that could strike at any time. A hell of a way for a young soldier to confront his own mortality. He tried to drown his memories in dens of sin across Europe, indulging every conceivable vice, to no avail. My ancestors have all been soldiers fighting for king and country, or simply for pay, for generations. But perhaps the greatest soldier in our line fought during the Great War, a volunteer who served the Kaiser faithfully and with great valor. Can you even imagine what that must have been like? The first time man made war on an industrial scale, and my family was right in the middle of it. For a time reveling in it, the patriotic fervor, the glory of combat, all of it. That all he was could be swept away in an instant by an errant bullet was more than he could bear. So he began searching for an alternative. Why did I kill the innocents on the plain? To honor an agreement. And really, why not kill them? They were insects. The people you killed were not insects. Oh, come now. Ugh. To the likes of you or this shell I wear. They're little better than cattle. Shell? Whoops. Figuring out my little trick, are you? Dark Mother? No, but I've met her, of course. You've got her eyes. I should thank you for killing this little faceless bastard. He'd bartered his soul off to me years ago, and once it vacated his body, well, why let such excellent real estate go to waste? All of hell is restless since Yagath Vermelis almost clawed its way through into this world. Yet my servant's already the Karasu Shime. Their escape showed me that the walls that hold us in hell are weakened. The other two Vampirella books. So it's time to stake my claim. Get in on the ground floor, so to speak. You were a blessing, a chance to finally erase my family's shame. Vampirella entering your mind in Germany proved it. Sort of a test run, you see? No, don't see. Don't know why you're hurting me, but V will stop you. No, Sophia, she won't. I've used my position within Cestus Day for years, hiding my identity, manipulating information, all to reach this moment. Do you really think I haven't planned for every contingency? The Geocomini Apocrypha is a blueprint for the exchange of souls between Earth and the afterlife. And there's one soul in particular I very much need to exchange. My ancestor had found his alternative. Gambling his soul in a high-stakes card game. A game with Satan himself, according to family legend. He hoped to win immortality. The devil cheated him, of course. He granted eternal life, but in a rotting shell of human meat. But my kinsman was no fool. He brought most of his soul to the table. But he left a little piece of himself in these cards. But he was a bastard, a monster. Torture, rape, and murder was sport for him. He particularly liked abusing young girls until he was finally destroyed in the 90s. All except this last little bit. And you want to bring the bastard back? Why? I consorted with a demon. I stole fragments of the Apocrypha from Cestus Day and seeded them all around the globe, knowing it would lure someone from Il Consiglio de Vermi. I encouraged the carnage on the plain and made sure you were diverted from Germany. And I made sure that our faceless friend had done what was necessary to restrain Vampirella. Please, don't do this. It's already done, child. I don't expect forgiveness for this, but I'll do my best to make it quick. A deal's a deal, it said. Some kind of ritual must have summoned it here. In exchange for what? Trapping me? You know I'd forgotten how much fun flesh can be. The feel of the blade slicing it open, the spatter of blood. And I did so miss the music of screams. Snick! But rituals mean rules, and the demon mentioned the Karasu Shime, demon assassins I destroyed. You'll be singing yourself back to hell in a minute, beast. Temporarily on this plane, anchored by talismans, in their case kabuki masks, until they could complete a complicated binding. I can promise you that. Destroy the talisman before the binding is complete, and they head straight back to hell. So, excuse me, we're going to try that again? Destroy the talisman before the binding is complete, and they head straight back to hell. So what's anchoring you here, monster? Defiance is good. Will you still be defiant when I've stripped away your flesh and meat, I wonder? Of course, the ritual scars on his face acquired over centuries. I don't know. Slick! A ledger written in flesh and pain of every sacrifice he meant to attain power from hell. Will you still think defiance is good when I kick your ass back to the pit? But there's a catch, of course. There always is when hell's involved. No, wait! Get away! Sure, for a time you'll have power. Power to murder and escape unseen from a crowded passenger jet. Get away! Damn your eyes! Power to live for hundreds of years. But part of the price of using the Apocrypha like he has, I can turn a human body into an anchoring talisman for a demon. And if you destroy the talisman... Damn you! Curse you! I'll see you in hell, you unbelievable bitch! Please, it hurts. Stop it. Sophia! I'm still feeling the effects of the demon-tainted blood. But I hear Sophia's sobs. I smell smoke cloying like incense. Yea, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That and the sweet metallic scent of gun oil. I shall fear no evil. No, 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 no! Click! I shall fear no evil. Ugh! Wait! Don't shoot! I shall fear no evil because thou art with me. What the hell are you doing? Crack! Get away from her! Crack! Urgh! Have to kill her. You must kill her before it's too late. I want answers, Schold. Whop! Name isn't Schold. My family name is Von Christ. I knew it. Just hearing the name is like a stab to the heart. Von Christ. Undead murderer and sadist. One I thought I'd destroyed long ago. How nice of you to join me for this little homecoming. And though it's Sophia's voice I hear, the infection, the cadence is all wrong. And all too familiar. Not the form I would have chosen for myself, but it's not without amusing possibilities. Now, step aside. I need to dispose of that excrement smear who calls himself my descendant. And then I intend to make up for an awful lot of lost time. Homecoming, The Sharp End, Issue 17. I'm practically impossible to kill. Surrender. Do it now, and come quietly. I drink blood. I don't want to hurt you. Ah, but I want to hurt you, Vampirella. I can mesmerize someone with a glance. So do your worst, hell whore. I'm a monster. You're sure you want to see my worst? Crypts beneath Annie, Armenia, Turkey border, 0800, local time. I've seen your best before, Vampirella. I'm not particularly impressed. But I always did admire your taste in sidekicks. The Sophia of yours. She's rather my type. This isn't my usual method of inhabiting such a delightful little morsel, of course. It'll take some getting used to, yeah? Her body belongs to my friend and ally, Sophia Murray. But it's not Sophia I'm talking to. You won't have time to get comfortable. An old enemy has taken up residence. Tis, threats? There's no way to greet an old friend, is it? You want to save poor little Sophia from nasty old Von Christ? Which I'm prepared to make most difficult. I'm more of a card man, you know, but I think the phrase is checkmate. Approx 45 kilometers southeast of Kars, Turkey. Nail 1 to Crown Actual. Try that one again. Nail 1 to Crown Actual. Target vehicle sighted. It's one of ours, Criswell. Acknowledge Nail 1. Rogue Operative Schold is likely in the vicinity. Apprehend him if possible, but remember your orders. Stop him at any cost. Go with God. Crown Actual out. You heard the man. Chalice team is on Overwatch. Nail team, let's kick down this door. Subterranean ruins beneath Annie. Oh, come now, you're so dour. I've been away for so long, there's no reason this can't be fun. This all started in Germany. You're an animal that should have been put down long ago, Von Christ. Alright, just had to make sure, guys. You're holding my friend's body hostage. I can't hurt you without hurting her. A particularly nasty exorcism Sophia and I handled for the Vatican, unless I tackle the problem at the source, one which required Sophia's particular talent. See Vampirella. Well, we've already talked about that. What? We share a bond, one I don't fully understand, but like vampires and houses, I've been invited in before. This time is different. Before, Sophia had constructed a lush, beautiful mindscape. Her mind was like a sunlit garden. That's all changed. Von Christ has invaded the garden like an evil weed, one I'm going to enjoy ripping out by the roots. Outskirts of Annie. Cabin secured. All clear. Hitting the cockpit. All dead. Dominus vobiscum. Form up on me, boys. It's going to be another bad one. Oh, Lord, not another werewolf, I hope. I hate werewolves. Nail 1 to Crown Actual. Target vehicle sighted. No sign of Schold or his team. Pilots are dead. You know what you have to do, Hawking. We placed trackers on some of their weapons load out, but lost them in the ruins. Roger, out. Chalice, hold this site. Nail, on me. We've got a resurrection event to stop. Elsewhere. Beast, I'm coming, Sophia. Von Christ is a tactician. A World War I Prussian soldier who traded his soul to the devil for immortality. Be strong. Of course, the devil cheated him, keeping him alive inside a rotting dead shell, an undead, deranged monster. Finally, his body was destroyed. I don't revel in death, but a world free of Von Christ, a sadist and murderer with a preference for young girls, is a concept I'm comfortable with. I don't know why Schold resurrected you, Von Christ, but it's going to be a short-lived rebirth. You really don't understand, do you? You honestly think you're going to win? No! She's mine. She's going to stay mine. Sophia and me, all alone together in here. It's going to be quite a party. But you're not on the guest list. Surprised? I've been stuck in a haunted deck of cards for decades. Plenty of time to plan. So glad you're here for this, Vampirella. That you'll be here for my triumphant return was more than I could have hoped for. No, you don't really think this will hurt me, do you? Kapow, kapow, kapow. I've already hurt you. That was just to keep you distracted while I visit with my worthless kinsman here. Oh, no. Ah, here we are. No. Wunderbar. He's been locked away in a mystical prison for years. He can't know what the Geokamimi Apocrypha is or what it could do in the wrong hands. A piece of paper? Let me guess. You've taken up origami. I know what Sophia knows. The Geokamimi Apocrypha, a roadmap for trafficking with demons. For me, a means of restoring my own body. Hold still. Smile for the camera. Ah? Tink! And wait for the flash. Crack! Bang! They're called Group Zero. The Vatican's covert action unit, run by Cestus Day, the church's monster hunting intelligence service. We moved you to Russia without authorization. We think it's a resurrection scenario. I'm not telling you again. Back off. They don't know. They don't know that Von Christ is back. And if they did know, nothing would stop them. They won't hesitate. The same group that has provided me with training, weapons, and intel since my return. If they're here to kill. You! Drop the gun in the document and do not move! Vampirella, stand down! Hold your fire! Hold your fire! Schold was rogue, Vampirella. They won't miss. They'll gun Sophia down just to get the monster. Kapow! I hate this feeling. That single crystal clear moment where everything stops just for a second. No! Wait! You don't! Before all hell breaks loose. Bruh! Contact! Contact! And through it all, I can hear Von Christ laughing, mocking me with my friend's voice. Knowing that in starting this firefight, that's right, little men, make a fight of it! Ah, 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 ah! Kapow, kapow, spang, pang, tang, spang, tang. I'll have no choice but to protect him. Enough! You idiots are playing into his hands! I could mesmerize them all, but the backlash from my encounter with Von Christ is affecting me. So it's down to muscle and speed. Ugh! Call them off now! And in that area, they're hopelessly outclassed. Don't make me do this! I sympathize. We need to capture her, not kill her. But I have my orders. This might sting a bit. An icy vice clamps across my face. Ah! I don't want to kill you, Vampirella. Can't see. We call it lights out, a blinding agent. Super adhesive to skin and bone, fast hardening, and completely light tight. Won't kill you, of course. Consider this a professional courtesy. Can't see. Don't make me use something that will. Can't see anything. Opina, Prost on me. Von Ehrenkook, you've got Overwatch. Roger that. Let's go bag a boogeyman. They're going to kill her. They're going to kill my friend. They're going to kill Sophia to get the monster inside of her. No! Leaving another young, innocent girl a victim of Von Christ's madness. Ah, Shrip! That's not something I can live with. Wow, she's even torn the flesh off her own skin. Contact 6! Contact on my 6! Have to move fast. Not to worry, sniper is green. Hit just hard enough. I don't want to kill them, despite the temptation. Nyah, kaboom! Get in close, prevent the sniper from taking a shot. Soak up the damage. Heal later. It's nothing. Contact engaged. Wood! Damn him. Hawking's too good. Stays on mission. Stays on target. Knows his men are good enough to tie me up long enough for him to achieve his objective. But he's up against Von Christ. No plan survives direct contact with that bastard. Crap! Overwatch, give me a location on primary target. No target. I say again, I do not have eyes on target. Pity! The target has eyes on you! Fall back and reacquire. Target is in the wind. Damn it, stop. The target is possessing the body of an innocent girl. You're going to kill a human shield. And you have a man down, soldier. Christ almighty. Massive head trauma. Opina, get up here and give me a hand. We have to capture her, not kill her. I don't give a damn about your orders. If it's a possession, then we're really dealing with a hostage situation. That rarely ends well for the hostage. She's dead already. You know it. I also know what you're up against if you underestimate him. I also know what you're up against if you underestimate him. Something under him. You're all going to die. Spang! Son of a grenade! That frozen moment, acid-etched, adrenaline and fear slams through them, burning in my nostrils. The oily metallic smell of the grenade. The greasy odor of explosives. Go to hell, Von Christ. I'm tired of you leaving bodies at my feet. And then a train slams into me. A farewell gift from the animal I'm hunting, and a message. I'll see you soon, Vampirella. We're sending in more teams to search the area for her, him, it. You won't find him. City of Annie, Cestus Day recovery operation in progress, 1750 local time. Actually, I think that's Annie. Maybe that's City of Annie. Maybe not today, but I always find my target. Another gift. The grenade brought down a section of tunnel. It took nearly 2 hours to get above ground. All the time in the world for Von Christ to disappear with the Geokamimi Apocrypha. I've had better days, Vampirella. A man I respected has gone rogue and is now in a coma thanks to you. I've got a man down and a major resurrection event just happened on my watch. Messy. They'll make Sophia a priority target, and someday soon they'll leave her corpse in an alley in Prague or somewhere. Criswell wants you in for debrief. I'm to make sure that happens. And if I refuse, well, that would be a hell of a thing. Another casualty of Cestus Day's secret little war. I owe you for protecting my men. If I have to, I'll tell Criswell you escaped in the grenade blast. But if you want to make sure Sophia is recovered safely, I think you'd want to keep an eye on us. Your call, of course. A war. It feels like we're all losing. Fine, let's get the hell out of here. Throne of Skulls, post-mortem. Issue 18. Prologue. Okay, so this is 2 stories. And yes, we're rolling them both. You sure you know what you're doing? Don't I always? Too tough to call, given your history, but you always did think big. It's one of the things I've always liked about you, Vlad. Still, from down here, it looks like you've been losing your edge. How many times has a Van Helsing or a Vampirella driven a stake through your plans, so to speak? Too many times, but you know all about that too, don't you, Botus? That's right, I know your true name, Botus, Earl of Hell, master of the Karasu Shime, the demon who was just trounced by Vampirella at Ani. You know quite a lot, don't you? It pays to stay informed, demon. I was once a prince, a year ago. I almost wore the crown of worms. I am Vlad Dracula, and I will rule this world from a throne of skulls. And since I know your true name and thus have power over you, you're going to do your part. It's your funeral. We'll see, I suppose. Lords of Order and Chaos, I'd forgotten how good the sun feels. A lovely day, is it not? Yes, it is. A pity to waste such a lovely morning, but there's so much work yet to be done, and idle hands are the devil's workshop, yes? End prologue. Cleanup crew reporting in. Relief en route to Ani. Need at least one more Osprey. It's been just over a week. God almighty, doesn't feel right. Can't get used to one of those things running loose in here. Better get used to it. 8 days of searching of hunting for clues. Enter sanctum of the vestry, Cestus Dei's war room. There be monsters here. Of Cestus Dei, the Vatican's covert paranormal strike force, using their not considerable resources to hunt for a sign. Any sign of my friend. Station Prague may have had a sighting. No family left. Seattle team shows negative result of surveillance. Criswell needs a sit-trap piped to his workstation. Get me set up link to Moscow. Sophia Murray, a brave and resourceful young woman who stood at my side in the battle against an ancient god of hunger. Any team is showing no traces. May have slipped over the border. Request from Nail 1 to return to the field, who was instrumental in the defeat of the Karasu Shime, a trio of hellborn assassins who had escaped from the pit bent on murder and carnage, who looked Dracula himself dead in the eye without blinking. Sophia Murray, betrayed by an ally and forced to host the black, twisted soul of a sadistic murderer, Von Christ. You look restless. The young girl that Cestus Dei tried to kill. I've been cooped up here for a week. I should be out there looking for her. I have news that should cheer you up. His name is Criswell. Medical rang, he's starting to come out of the coma. We'll be starting the debrief soon, but you had expressed an interest in being the first to speak to him. I'd expressed the idea that if you don't let me speak to him, I'll pull this place down around you. A protege of my old handler, Schold. Tomato, my dear. Despite our recent differences, we've had a valuable collaboration in the past, and I have faith that our alliance can continue. He's a senior administrator coordinating Cestus Dei's operations around the globe. I can't say I like him or his masters much. So a show of good faith. What's the old line? So let him sweat a bit. Enter freely, etc. A little suffering is good for the soul, after all. Shall we? We? No, I'll talk to him alone. I'm not sure that's the best idea given your history. You want me to trust you? You can start by trusting me, Criswell, and by getting the hell out of my way. Criswell was right to worry. The tub of excrement in the hospital bed was supposed to be an ally. A contact with Cestus Dei, who provided intel, armaments, and resources, who provided me with targets in my war against the darkness, Herr Schold. It was never the most comfortable of alliances, but even I didn't see his betrayal coming. Lo, my dear, or should I say, Herr von Christ. I want him dead more than anyone else in the world. Excuse me, miss, this patient is recovering from a severe spinal injury. I don't care what Criswell says. The last thing Herr Schold needs is to be accosted by the individual who put him here. Doctor, you can go. I should go, alone at last, alone with this broken sack of meat and bone. Wait, and hatred I never thought possible. For what? For you to apologize? To justify placing the soul of that monster in the body of my friend? To make me pity you? Forgive you? Is that what you want, Shold? Absolution? What do I want? I tried to rid the world of the filth that stains my family name, and I was willing to sacrifice your friend to do it. I failed at a cost that can only be described as hideous. I deserve no absolution, Vampirella. I deserve nothing less than your retribution. Go back to sleep, Shold. Death is too good for you, Shold. Deet, ba-deet, the darkness you're in now. The darkness you're in now is better than you deserve. Hold on, we're gonna try this again. Go back to sleep, Shold. Death is too good for you, Shold. Some say coma patients can still hear what we say. So hear this. The darkness you're in now is better than you deserve. And it goes deet, ba-deet, doo. Damn. I don't relish killing. I want to feel his life ebb between my fangs. The innocent life he's forever destroyed. The unimaginable horror he's set loose. And somewhere inside me a voice whispers he deserves it. Damn. Kill him. You deserve it. Indulge yourself just this once. Damn. Rah! Crack! You look like someone who needs to blow off some steam. Might have just a thing for you if you're up for it. Last time we were in the field together, Hawking, things didn't end well. The events in Ani were an unfortunate convergence of agendas, Vampirella. Hawking and his team trying to shoot Sophia in the head is something more than unfortunate, Criswell. Different mission objectives, that's all. Work with us and you have a much better chance of bringing Sophia in alive. To that end, I propose a new mission. Several reports of paranormal activity, visitations, some kind of ghost priest, horrifying visions. All localized and all here in Rome. Nothing too serious, but the fact that it's right on our doorstep is something we can't ignore. So what do you say? Up for a night on the town? The Borgo, just outside Vatican City, Rome, Italy. 4 hours later. Criswell is a clever bastard, I'll give him that. I make his people nervous, so getting me out of the vestry is an obvious move. Keeping me under the guns of Hawking and his team, codename Nail, so they can evaluate me for an inevitable confrontation is equally obvious. And I have to hand it to them. They're good. I haven't seen them or caught their scent in hours. I know they're out there, waiting, watching. Still, my priorities haven't changed. If Cestus Day can't find Sophia, I'm sure the underworld of supernatural forces on Earth can provide me with a location. And Hawking is right. I do need to blow off the cobwebs. Too bad for whatever poor creature ends up in my way. Normandy 1 to Nail Team. Normandy 1 to Nail Team. Possible contact. Get ready to play soldier. 4 hours and nothing but false alarms. Interrupted 2 burglars and 1 would-be purse snatcher. This feels different. A scream filled with unbelievable panic. Mother of God! Help! Christ, help me! Time to get back to work. This time it's no mere street crime. The closer I get, I can feel it. Like standing too close to a generator. There's something bad here. Something old and evil and reeking of brimstone. Dear God, the devil is in there. The devil himself, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, protect me. Something from hell. Alley, northwest corner. Civilian presence, so try not to hurt her. Acknowledged. Moving into staging position. 90 seconds to weapons free. Something I'm going to put the fear of God into. Take your time. I expect it'll be over by then. I know you're here. Splish, splish, splish. I can feel you watching me. Show yourself. As you wish, hell child. As you wish. Nail team, get the civilian clear. Now. What? Say again? We need a citrep. Skeet. First, the smell of blood. Skeek, skeek, thump. Skeek. Then the sharp crack of bone as the poor fragile creature is wrenched by an unseen hand, with the acrid stench of hell on earth. Skeek! The stench of sulfur and brimstone grows stronger. Shrip, shriek, skeek, 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 and stronger. Skeek, 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 skeek. Filling the alley. We have some accounts to settle, don't we, Vampirella? I don't know who exactly this is. Demons are protective of their true names, and this one didn't reveal much the last time we met. Oh, come now! Last time I saw it, I was in the catacombs beneath Ani. You destroyed my previous anchor to this world, Vampirella. The last time I killed its living host and sent it screaming back to hell. You didn't think I'd learn from that encounter? They're damn good, Hawking and his men. Criswell always smells vaguely of sandalwood, shoaled of schnapps and stale cigarettes. But there's no hint of the soldier's approach. No telltale scent of cologne, no bad breath or sweat. But for all their stealth, move away, madam, go home where you'll be safe. And if you're of a mind to say, we're going to try this one again. And if you're of a mind to, say a prayer for us. They're still only human. There's always time for a little prayer. They're just crude flesh and blood. Time for you to play your part, brother. Oh, she says, of course, young man. Standing against the machinations of hell. And soon it will be Gregory's turn to take the stage. On that point, little man. Contact weapons free! Weapons free! About damn time. Blam, blam, ba-bam, bam! Yeah, what? It's been far too long since I've been able to really indulge myself. This is odd. Move! Hawking, bullets won't kill it! Get your men clear! Ka-wham! Demons rarely act so directly. Trickery and subterfuge are their normal modus operandi. And let's hit it with something a little bigger. They're vulnerable on the physical plane, so they prefer to convince humans to damn themselves. If you're up to it, that's all the part of the fun for them. Hell yes. For a demon to engage in overt physical confrontation means that the rules are changing. Except in one important respect. They can burn. Ting! They can bleed. And they can break. Schlock! Ba-woom! And like that, it's gone again. Like scum down a sewage drain. Your men okay, Hawking? We've seen worse, but I've never seen this. An alley? It's the Vatican, Vampirella. Sets the stay as every crypt, every tunnel, every street mapped. Everything except this one. The blast opened up a hole that just shouldn't be here. A coincidence, perhaps, or an invitation to a trap. In either case, Hawking doesn't say a word. He just follows me in with no hesitation. No matter how much I want to distance myself from humans, they always find a way to surprise me. You should stay behind, right, because that seems unlikely. As you wish, Hawking. Such bravery in the face of incalculable, bottomless evil. But I think you're going to regret that decision. It's not my first dance. I've seen this kind of sarcophagus before, and the crypts below a deconsecrated church in Seattle. If this is what I think it is, be ready. The night I met Sophia in the heart of a nest of vampires, because things are about to get a lot worse. Vampires that weren't quite vampires anymore. Mother of God! Not quite. Monsters twisted into something darker, older, burning with a hunger impossible to sate. You at last! That scent impossible to forget. Lavender and dust and rotting meat. Once the chosen favorite of Dracula himself, his red right hand. Then a would-be usurper to Dracula's rule of the kingdom of vampires. The jilted bride of Yawgoth Vermillus, a prehistoric god of hunger. Hello, leaf on you. Vampirella, my murderer, the old saying is true. Good things do come to she who waits. Throne of Skulls, 1 Foot in the Grave, issue 19. Nail team, contact, front! Underground again, another moldy crypt. Another whore engaged and in the throes of bloodlust. Hold your fire, soldier. You'd think by now I'd know better. Nothing good ever happens underground. I need to greet an old friend. We both have, Vampirella, and as much as I'd like to rip the flesh from your bones. Target contact, fire on my order. Huh? I'm not here to fight you. Hello, Li Fanyu. You've looked better. The air is filled with her scent. Lavender and dust, stale blood and rotting meat. Once a favorite of Dracula, La Fanyu rebelled against her master. The would-be bride of Yoggoth Vermellus, an ancient worm god of primal hunger, she sought to break free of Dracula's control. Instead, Yoggoth Vermellus chose a different bride. You left me to rot. You left me for dead. It has taken more than a year. It has taken all my strength to return the favor. Weep, Vampirella. Despair, because soon you'll wish you died in Seattle. She's crumbling like old leaves. Whatever it was that had kept her going, that had knit her back together, is gone now. You have interesting friends. That sounded like a warning. She seemed like the type to give you a heads up. All that hate. All that rage. A trap. So, a trap? I'll feel like an echo of my own sins. Get them moving right now. Crack! Before we're all out of time. I've seen these things before in the ruined undercity below Seattle. Kapow, kapow, kapow! The offspring of Yoggoth Vermellus. Hawking and the rest of his team are pros. They don't hesitate, they don't balk, they don't blink in the face of otherworldly horrors like these. They just stand their ground when the gates of hell swing open. Too easy. Wasn't too bad. No, it wasn't. That's what worries me. It all feels wrong, like the moment before the storm breaks and the lightning strikes begin. It's too clean. Thank you, Vampirella. It's always nice to have loose ends tied up. Oh no. Oh no, I'd hope for a warmer greeting, Hellchild, still. Vlad Dracula, the Lord of Vampires, the wellspring of all the blood-drenched legends, the worst to prey on hapless humans lost on moonlit streets, the impossible monster doing the impossible, walking in daylight. You never fail to bring a smile to my face. They're well-trained, controlling their emotions, mastering their fear. You won't be smiling for long. Wait! You and your men are good, Hawking, but you're not ready for him. I know who and what he is, and we're trained to handle his kind. But I can hear the pounding of their hearts. I can almost taste the blast of adrenaline that surges through their veins. Ah, ah, ah! Of course you are. Come then, holy man, handle me. Their weapons are blessed, their bullets shot through with purified silver. With their skill under normal circumstances, Hawking and his men might be capable of hurting Dracula. Stop! Nail team! But Vlad is walking around in sunshine with a smile on his face. We're as far from normal as we can get. Take him. They're still only human after all. It takes less than a second before their fingers tighten on the triggers. Snap! Time just stands still. Kapow! Kapow! It takes an eye blink and the alley becomes a kill zone. And all hell breaks loose. 2 eye blinks, and the fight begins to turn against my allies. Before the 3rd eye blink, ammunition is expended, and the battle becomes a contest of meat and muscle. Unfortunate. In the end, for all their skills, they're still human. What is it you want, Vlad? Your attention. You've got it. If history is any example, though, that doesn't work out too well for you. Enough cat and mouse games. It's me you want. It's always me you want. I'm not sure what your most human trait is, little girl. Your lack of patience or your lack of attention to detail. My new children could have attacked you too. They didn't. Instead, they've subdued your allies. The good and holy men, Christian soldiers who would have happily killed your friend, Sophia. And these innocents are safe for the moment. I have a confession to make, however. Daylight, a public square filled with terrified, squealing people facing painful death. I've missed this. All right, Vlad, I'll bite. You want to talk about details? Let's talk about your new ability to soak up the sun. Patience. All things to she who waits. I know a thing or two about waiting after all. Centuries confined to shadows, to crypts and caves and darkened cellars. Like a worm. I knew it would take pure, raw power to step from the shadows. Ancient, godlike power, like that of Yagath Vermelis. But you can't just harness that power. Alliances must be struck. Pacts made, like the one I nearly struck. The one you disrupted. I'd been a pawn in the struggle between order and chaos. But after years of being crushed between the gears, I learned something. Something neither side wanted me to know. Order and chaos were not the only games in town. There were older, stranger forces at play. And once I learned of their existence, all manner of things became possible for a price. Gods of hate, of sorrow, of fear, of bottomless hunger, all eager to claw their way back into our world and cast it back into primal savagery and death. I chose you, Vampirella, as the bride of Yagath Vermelis, even over my beloved Li Fan Yu. Did you ever wonder why? I'm going to assume it's the outfit. Because you always win. Every scheme, every plot, every time demons break free from hell, you defeat them. Ghosts, vampires, werewolves, serial killers, the Karasu Shime. You've always beaten all comers. No, Dark Mother, don't let him. Though your human companions usually pay a steep price for your victories. If I move, I'll never reach him in time. Don't they? Vlad's creatures will kill them all before I can get my hands on him. Damn you, Vlad, don't do this. Another victim of your thirst for conquest. You have no idea what I can do. Another monster born in your wake. Ugh! Ugh! Sluk! The screams quickly give way to the wet sound of tearing meat. It probably takes more than 2 or 3 seconds. Sluk! It just feels like an eternity. Wood! Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Blam! But you first. Go, go, go! So be it. You always throw the best parties, Vlad. I was wondering where you'd gotten to. Oh, you know Grigory, Vlad. Always around, always watching. All the pit is enjoying your latest performance. You sure this is the correct play? Of course not. She's the ultimate wild card, but the reward is worth the risk. And the civilians, let them go. They've served their purpose. A pity. Still, it's your plan, and your neck on the block. If this goes wrong, not even hell can help you. Be seeing you. It's all about time now. A race against the inevitable. It took seconds for Vlad to transform Opina. Blam, 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 blam! Get out of here, Hawking! It took seconds for the swarm of horrors to subdue Hawking and his team. Save your men! Ticks of the second hand between life and death. Nail 2, nail 3, exfil now! For all of them. Should have gone with them. Click, probably. Got any ideas? I'm gonna stick with killing everything I can and praying a lot. It's a lost cause, I know it. I can't save them all. I couldn't save Adam. I couldn't save Sophia. I couldn't save Hawking's man, Opina. But I promise you, Vlad, if they had to die, I'm gonna make sure that you go with them. All these years, crack! Then you still haven't learned to be polite. You just don't understand. These creatures I can make at will. My newfound strength, my ability to walk in daylight after so very many long, cold years. I owe it all to you. Throne of Skulls, The Parting Shot, Issue 20. This is where the story should end. You still refuse to see. An allured movie or trashy television program, this is the moment where the music swells. All I Am. Where the final twist plays out to the audience just before the credits roll. All I Can Do. The enemy is defeated. The handsome boy kisses the pretty girl. All I have become. But I don't ever seem to get a happy ending. The handsome boy is a monster. The pretty girl is walking wounded. I owe it all to you, Vampirella. There's only one Excuse me, there is one way you could repay me. You could give up and die. And this is far from the end. I've been dead. It's not the limitation one might expect. Funny thing about expectations. Life has a way of defying them. But with everything you've done, every life you've stolen, you had to expect this. Crack! Wham! Death is too good for you, but I'll just have to settle for it. Scared? Fool! Shrimp! I'm grateful for your part in my plans, but my patience is not. Oh, shut up! Every time one of you idiot Dark Lords of the Universe launches another master plan, I have to listen to you blather about it. So let's just skip the damn monologue. Wood! Oh, Vampirella! You have no poetry within you, do you? Whack! He's stronger than he's ever been. Strong enough to walk in daylight. Powerful enough to breed legions of these things. And he's controlling his temper. Playing against his vanity? Hold on, I'll get you out. That strategy just isn't going to work. Oh, that simply won't do, holy man. This is a lesson Vampirella will just have to learn on her own. This has been a courtesy, Vampirella. A demonstration of just how far down the food chain you've fallen. And a reminder, you should be more careful who your friends are. Your human allies are rather fragile, are they not? Swept aside with ease? Come, children. This has been a pleasant enough diversion, but we've got a schedule to keep. So that just happened. Any idea why we're still alive? He's not done hurting me yet, and based on the direction they're flying, I think I know where his next stop is. Tracking movement, sightings throughout the city, contacts inbound, multiple bogeys, unknown origin. Response teams to arming stations. God in heaven, what the hell are they? Reinforcing perimeter. The vestry, secret headquarters of Cestus Day, 3,000 feet below the Vatican. Get response teams Alpha and Bravo in play now. Somebody paint me the picture. We're at condition red, tracking multiple inbound contacts. Origin point is the Borgo, and we're showing movement underground through the sewers and catacombs. The Borgo, where we sent Vampirella and Nail Team. They're heading here, and they're heading for Vault X. Christ, fire up all the shooter teams. Looks like someone's declared war. Gotta be a drill, right? You remember the last time we had a drill? Say what you want about Criswell, but he's at least done away with all the Mickey Mouse crap. Huh? Ah! Splotch! Move it! Double quick! This isn't a drill, kids! Remember your training, check your corners, cover your teammates, and for the love of God, make sure you look up once in a while. I don't want anyone getting whacked like some moron in a clack. Horror movie? Arrogance, overconfidence, but not enough fear, yes? Contact, guns up! Excellent. Make a fight of it. We intend to, ma'am. Brecka. More than once, Vlad has mentioned my friends, reminding me that Cestus Day would have killed Sophia during the debacle at Ani. Why? To what end? To deepen the wedge between me and my allies? It's down here. You're sure, Grigory? His reappearance, along with Li Fanyu and Von Christ's resurrection, not to mention the demon I encountered in the alley, feels orchestrated. Of course you feed on blood, Vod, but old Grigory, he feeds on secrets. Old adversaries acting in concert. Well then, time to enter freely and of my own will, I suppose. You have to hand it to the little bastards. For all their faults, they're quite organized. Vault X, the storehouse for all the little occult treasuries the Vatican has amassed over the centuries. Vault X. They do have a flair for the dramatic, don't they? Where is it? You're getting warm. Warmer. Hot. All right, Demon, I'm prepared to keep my part of the bargain, and soon it'll be time to keep up your end. Because we're about to have a visitor. Greetings, Hellchild. Very sad. The Karasu Shime. Didn't I kill you already? Not killed. Merely returned to the pit. There was no choice but to leave Hawking behind. Knowing him, he's commandeering some poor civilian's car to get here. Once again, I'm on my own. No, a different bargain has been struck. You may pass. Fine, I'll be right back. Vlad. Vampirella. You remember Grigory, I assume? Yes, the piece of crap with the pet werewolves. We've met. You've dragged a number of my enemies back into my gun sights, Vlad. But you know how this is going to end. With my teeth in their throats and you staked to the wall. So enough of the supervillain garbage. You've never been much of a chess player, have you? You see this as a contest of ferocity, of savagery, of muscle and sinew and bone. It would be the highest comedy if it didn't disappoint me so. You've been in checkmate since before you knew the game was being played. Here, demon, I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. This isn't a battle you could punch or kick your way out of, Vampirella. This isn't going to end like you believe it will. I could murder every living soul here and you'd be powerless to stop me. I've taken these 3 down before. I can do it again. Of course you could. You've defeated the likes of my new children before as well. And Li Fan Yu and Von Christ and hundreds more. So I'm not playing that game anymore. Smack. No, apparently your new game plan is to bore me to death. Enough! This new icy cold facade of yours is unworthy of you. This rage, this determination to win at all costs, it's not you. I know you of old, Vampirella. I've placed my boot on Cestus Day's throat for one reason only. To remind you of who you are. Snap! To delay another pointless physical battle. By showing you that I can wipe them all out in an instant. You've seen a few hundred of my children. There are already thousands inside this complex. There is no escape. There is no hope. They will all die and there's nothing you can do to save them. And all that blood will be on your hands too. You can't kill me in time. The Karasu Shime can delay you long enough for me to order their deaths. Unless you let us go, of course. Old Grigory helped you once, Vampirella, yes? In exchange for a favor. And that favor is simple. Oh, excuse me. In exchange for a favor. And that favor is simple. Just stand aside. Vlad gives me access to Cestus D's treasuries, and I give him your surrender. Easy peasy, yes? Vlad scratches my back and I ruin your day. There's always a way out. There's always an answer. It's just a puzzle. And for every puzzle, there's a solution. Except when there isn't. All right, Vlad, you win. I know. I want you to always remember this. I want you to know that I could have killed them all. Could have drowned you in an ocean of their blood. But I didn't. When you were first touched by Yagath Remelis, you were the chime of a dinner bell to an endless and undying legion of ancient horrors. And it's true that you've lost this battle, but there's something else to keep in mind. There's a war coming, and perhaps you've been fighting for the wrong side. Next, the Inquisition. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Here are some cool covers. Alex Ross, one of my favorite artists of all time. Alex Ross, probably my favorite because he does realism. You know, and I really love where it looks like it's just a real person at that point. Like she can come right out of the picture. Okay, Paul Renaud. Whoops. Ali Garza. I like that one. Wagner Rice. Paul Renaud. Fabio Neves. Ooh, I like this one. Ali Garza. Ooh, this one's nice. Wagner Rice. Paul Renaud. Fabiano. Yes. I like that one. Ali Garza. That one's good. Ibrahim Robertson. Paul Renaud. Ooh, I like this one. That's Fabiano. This one's good. Ali Garza. Oh, I love this. Fabiano Neves. That is an amazing piece by Fabiano. Paul Renaud. Fabiano Neves. I like that one too. It's pretty good. This one's cool. It's kind of more sketchy, but it looks good. Adriano Batista. Oh, I love this one. This is real good. Lucio Parillo. Lucio Parillo. This is nice. That's a good one too. I like this one. That's Paul Renaud. Fabiano Neves. That one's good. It's kind of more cartoony. Eli Garza. Oh, this one's real nice. Let's see. Up there's Parillo. He's really good. He definitely has an Alex Ross style. You can see that realism. Paul Renaud. That's good. Fabianos. Neves. Yep, of course, Garza, he's got more of that cartoon style. You notice he does more of a cartoon character look. Of course, that's, yeah. Parillo again, amazing, amazing piece. Jose Malaga. That one's pretty good, I guess. Who's that? Yeah, Paul Renaud. Fabiano. I know who that is. That's Garza. Another Parillo. Amazing piece. I love it. This is a nice piece, too. Johnny Desjardins. Risque cover art. Definitely a different look for her. This one's pretty good too. Paul Renaud. Fabiano. He always draws her nose very different. You guys notice that? She's got a very sharp chin when Fabiano, almost like a more masculine. When he draws her, she's more masculine. If you notice, like some of the other ones, she has like more of a rounded face, especially they're definitely rounded. She has rounded, but then when we get into Fabiano, he's very prominent nose, very sharp chin. He does that a lot. And then, of course, Garza, he more cartoon, almost like, don't want to say anime because it doesn't feel anime to me. It feels more like 90s cartoon style, which there's nothing wrong with. I grew up with that. So I like that style too. Like if they were going to do a Vampirella cartoon, I mean, they did Stripperella, but if they were going to do a Vampirella cartoon, that's the guy that they would want to go with. Like that's the way to make her in that 90s classic style. And this is, of course, a great piece too. Another Parillo. Some of these I would put on my wall. These are amazing pieces. And that's it. 12 through 20. We did it. Only took us like 2 hours. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I promised you guys I'd have it all. And we did it. We did all of it. So, alright. I'll be doing the horror comics, the horror anthology. I believe that's Uncle Creepy. I think we're doing either Uncle Creepy. It's either Creepy or Eerie, one of those. And then, of course, we'll do Vampirella next week. I was having some problems with the sleep aids and all that, and I'm not taking those anymore. And I've kind of found myself a herbal kind of remedy that's working a little bit. So I'm just working with that and trying to get my body back to a normal sleep schedule to where I can go to sleep on my own without all this crap. And it takes a while. But I will say, even though I don't get a lot of sleep, I feel rested. It's kind of weird to say. It's like I don't need as much sleep. A lot of those sleep aids now, this is just my experience. But a lot of the sleep aids, like, I feel like I need more sleep when I take them than when I don't have them. It's really bizarre. Like, I could sleep for 6 or 7 hours on a just regular, normal, herbs. I'm not talking melatonin. I'm talking like regular old, what I'm taking, epigenin, which is basically chamomile tea. That's literally what it is. You can just drink chamomile tea and get the same thing. Um, and yeah, it's good. It puts you to sleep for a few hours, and you feel rested. You don't feel groggy or anything like that. With some of these other pills, and I mean, I know some people are on different things, but again, it's better. You guys can see a difference in me compared to when I read some of the other comics where I was just completely sleep deprived. And you have to go through a few days of just really awful fucking sleep. It's just not good. You just it's tough. But yeah, power through it, and I feel a lot better. And hopefully, we'll see how I feel Sunday when I have to do the horror stuff. And of course, I'll try to have that up Monday, the horror anthologies. But I hope you guys enjoyed this because, yeah, it's going to be a little while before we get back to this version of Vampirella. However, I'm not really too upset about doing this one early because there was a lot of characters that we're now familiar with that we probably wouldn't have been familiar with earlier for some of the newcomers here. So, bringing back Von Christ and having done a lot of Von Christ, and I think we just did one where Dracula died, and now we've got one where he's back. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really good. Now remember, these are different. But no, they're not. They're not. That's one thing. They definitely tried to connect this with the Warren books. I can't even say they're a different timeline because they're not. They're clearly trying to pick up off where the Warren books left off. But all right, I have no idea what we're doing next. But I don't know. Maybe it's either going to involve a chainsaw or something risque that we haven't done in a long time. And I might have to put a not safe for work thing on it if we do that one. But alright, guys, I'm out. See you next time.